Again, my name is Sofia LightJewel with the Empower Love Way, and today this is the June Light Forecast and the Light Language Activation. And as you know, June is my birthday month, and so I'll be sharing a little bit of different and offering the Empower Love masterclass that I'll be offering. I tend to offer something every year during my birthday month. And this year, I'm really happy and excited to share this class with you. And so for the month of June, as I was tuning in, the message that came really clearly was, what you want is within your reach. I feel like these years have been such a challenging years in the sense that we have been challenged physically, we have been challenged mentally and emotionally, and all of that challenge, the physical challenge, the emotional challenge, and the mental challenge has showed up in the way to really connect us with our spiritual self, with our divine and the divine within us. It's a time where we can fall into victimhood, we can fall into powerlessness and overwhelm very easily because there's a lot of information that it's in a way pulling you towards that. And so it has been a time that as you connect, as you are facing with these challenges, that perhaps is a mental challenge in the same of fear and limitations and self-talk and so on, or perhaps it's an emotional challenge where you feel just absolutely overwhelmed and emotionally drained, or physically you have actually been sick or you've been experiencing body aches or flare-ups in, your physiology or something within your physical body. And every time that has been an invitation to connect with the divine within you, with something bigger than yourself in this human form that is actually here with us all. And is this the divine in you? And through that connection of the divine in you, you connect with an energy and intelligence that it's larger than than you, that you're understanding, and yet is part of all life. And in that connection, you begin to connect with your inner guidance, with what is true for you at any given time and at every given time, and what is right for you. So you begin to listen and follow your inner guidance. And this is the direction where we've been called to go towards, because the amount of information that it's out there is vast and infinite, and it's simply the representation of the field, a vast and infinite field of information that we are all, and that is all. And so the way to align and create a sense of harmony and balance and clarity within yourself is by tuning into that, what is true for you, what is important, what are your values, what are your needs, what is right and true and in alignment for you. And I believe the piece here is just the calling of being true to who you are and honor who you are, and the song that you have come here to express, to sing, and to anchor into the world. And so in order to do that, there's a place where we simply need to release um, the need for external validation. There's a moment this message was coming of, it's time to, not looking at our neighbor to just validate ourselves, or not looking to our other neighbor to compare and validate our own unworthiness, or look at the neighbor to just validate your own self, or to look for answers by looking at somebody else looking for answers in the outside. But it's a really an internal journey of really diving inwards into the shifting of, as I mentioned before in the last forecast, the way of thinking, our way of thinking and understanding life has to completely shift, because as it completely shifts, you open up to new possibilities and new potentials. You begin to believe there's a potential within you that where perhaps you didn't believe before. Just in the moment in life, once upon a time on the planet Earth, people believed the Earth was flat. And how many opportunities open up when there's a new level of paradigm and understanding of life, from moving to a world that is round, or as you access a new level of understanding of what is possible for you and your own potential, then everything changes, because so many possibilities open within yourself and for yourself and in your life and in the world. When you believed you weren't capable, and then all of a sudden, through a transformation of belief systems and evidence within yourself and in your life, you begin to believe that you are capable, a whole new world opens up for you. And this is what we're moving through. But that process of restructuring, it's an uncomfortable place, and we are all in this place where it's very uncomfortable in all the multiple ways you might be feeling uncomfortable in your life, either the mental, the physical, the emotional, your relationships, your finances, your health. In whatever way, it's an uncomfortable time right now. And most of the time, we have those two choices of remaining in the uncomfortable, but what is known to us, or to step outside of what is known and live in that uncomfortable state of the unknown. But as we step into the unknown, there's a natural process that is going to feel uncomfortable, because you're stretching your comfort zone, your vibration, you're stepping into new ground. And right now, that's constantly the choices that we continue to face on the everyday. Am I choosing love or fear? Am I choosing what is known to me and yet is not in alignment, or it feels uncomfortable and not true anymore and not aligned anymore? Or I'm choosing the uncomfortness, and I'm stepping into the unknown? What it feels more what choice am I making? Am I making a choice of staying in the uncomfortness of the known, or I'm choosing the choice of stepping into the unknown and into that uncomfortness? And so the theme that was coming is, what you want is within your reach. And that's kind of coming full circle, because you might have been feeling at this time that it's like water, that you feel like you're grabbing the water and it falls through your fingers, or the sand, that it's something beyond your reach. You feel like you're reaching and then it again feels far away. But because growth happens in waves, and remember, growth and the expansion of yourself, it's a spiral, it's not linear. The mind is still thinking in past, present, and future, but it's cyclical, it's spiral, and time is spiral as well. And so that's what is happening. You're moving into these spirals of what in truth is, you're not reaching into a higher ground, or a higher state of being. Is you're not you're in your expansion is not that you're better now than you were before. This is not about being better or not. It's the level of awareness that you have. What When you access a much larger or greater sense of awareness about yourself, and understanding of yourself, and understanding of life, you make more effective choices because you're making choices from your awareness instead of your reaction or your disconnect or your fear. And so that's what it is. And that's kind of where we're moving. And when we're moving into a more expansive sense of awareness, innovation kind of begins to flow, creativity begins to flow, new doors begin to open. So you begin to see new potential, and this kind of leads that place where this affirmation, where it's everything that you want is within your reach because it already exists within you. And as you access new levels of awareness, you begin to see new potential because you begin to reach that potential within yourself. And as you begin to see it and feel it and access it within yourself through the emotion, then you begin to also see it popping up into your world, into your reality. And so new doors begin to open in your experience because you begin to access new levels within yourself. That in truth they have always existed within you, but you're just tuning into a new frequency in your universal radio that you already came with that universal radio. And so this piece, I feel it's about, we've been doing this really profound work of melting all the walls that we have set around our heart, all the limiting belief systems of what you can, what you can't do, what you should be and what you shouldn't be, what you're allowed and what you're not allowed. So we've been going through this kind of spring cleansing process of cleaning away limiting beliefs that had been not only limiting your life, that had also limiting our structure of life, the cultures, country, and disconnected with yourself, with the others, and planet Earth. And so we will continue to do this melting of these walls within ourselves, within our heart. And I believe that starting the energy of June, as we're moving into, you begin to see this new potential. These doors begin to open up. You begin to feel within you, because it starts with this sensation of feeling like, okay, maybe what I want, it is within my reach. And this is kind of where we're moving towards. We're building this bridge. You're building that bridge between your heart and your mind. You're building that bridge between your heart and the heart of the world. You're building that bridge between you and your intuition, you and your higher self, you and the divine in you, you and your purpose. We begin to build this bridge that takes you into a new state of being, in a new state of understanding and connection with yourself. And in that, you begin to see new opportunities, new possibilities, as you begin to recognize a new level of potential within yourself, within the world that you live in, and life itself. When we begin to tune into a new level of potential, when we begin to access and believe there's a new potential within you and in life, magic happens, because all things are possible, because all begins with our own sense of potential. What do I believe? What you believe is your potential. That will define what you believe is possible for you and in your life and in the world. So this is really, really key and important, because also to Gemini connects us with the communicator, with the air element, with this very much, bringing the downloads and the light codes of what is up in the cosmic information, in your cosmic information, in bringing the thoughts into your life, the image into your life, into being, bringing the infinite into the finite, and being that bridge of the connection of heaven and earth. And so also that communication within yourself, and how is the feedback of communication in the sense of the energy coming into your life that is showing up as those new opportunities, new potentials, new relationships, and building those bridges within yourself to connect with what is alive and awaken within you, with this longing that has been there for a very long time. And so the three pieces to connect with is listening to your inner voice. For this month, listening to the guidance of your divine nature, of your higher self, of your heart, and tuning in every morning. What is the message of my heart? What is the wisdom of my heart? What is the message of my higher self? What do I need to know today? So listening to your inner voice. The second is enjoying a purposeful lifestyle. So really tuning in and committing to your purposeful lifestyle. So, and enjoying the process, because coming to the question, for what am I living this, and what meaning you can create for whatever circumstances coming to your life, because we create meaning all the time, all the time. And so as you create a meaningful, purposeful life, and you tune into the embodiment and the living of your purposeful life and enjoying your purposeful life, there's going to be times in your life that you are on purpose, but there are things that you prefer to do and things that you don't prefer to do. But if you can hold on to both things and enjoy both things, because maybe if you want to learn to the guitar, for example, you want to run a marathon, the process of training, perhaps the first day you started running, you're not gonna be feeling that great. But every day you go running and you go running, you start um, training the muscle, your air, your lungs, your muscles in your body, and then it becomes easier and easier and easier. So there's a process that where you're gonna feel uncomfortable, and coming back to the sense of uncomfortness, um, and vulnerability. What is your relationship with feeling uncomfortable? What is your relationship with your vulnerability? And really looking at that and bringing this sense of enjoying. I enjoy my purposeful life, and bringing that sense of enjoyment, bringing that sense of choice as well, connecting to your personal power, because you are choosing. Every time in your life, you're choosing. The non-choosing, making no choices, is also a choice. So as you connect with your choice, you connect with your personal power and see what is more important to you right now. Your purpose, knowing that there's going to be moments in your process that's going to feel uncomfortable, and moments that you're going to really enjoy. And so knowing that all of it is part of the process, and it's not something that is going to last forever. It's simply part of the process. And you're in cycles within cycles within cycles of process. In some area in your life, you'll be in a moment where you're just like reaching this, mastery. And then in maybe some other aspect of your life, you just start beginning, and it feels uncomfortable, and it feels like requires effort and energy and focus. And all of it is part of those, light webs that you are spinning in your life, this circle, the wheel of your life. And so enjoying your purposeful lifestyle. And the last piece is clarifying your dreams, beginning to notice how, when you clarify in your dreams, when you bring that sense of clarification, in a sense, bringing all of this sense and idea and bringing it into clarity into the earth, that will also support you. So, something that was coming is, it's a time to walk away what has been unfulfilling in your life. And this is about the comfort and discomfort. And so sometimes perhaps you have stayed in something, in a relationship, in a job, or with somebody or a place, whatever that is, that it has felt unfulfilling, and yet it has been comfortable, so you stay. And so it's a time right now, and now is the time. And maybe if you're listening, and it's you and it's resonating, this is your sign. This is your sign. It's time right now to step into the unknown, what towards your fulfillment, to your heart fulfillment, your soul fulfillment. And know that as you're stepping into the new, it's gonna feel uncomfortable because you're stretching that kind of bandwidth of your energy, that it's your habit. And so, and your habitual vibration, you're opening to a new level of vibration. So it's gonna feel uncomfortable, but that's your choice, to stay in the comfort that you know it's unfulfilling, or stepping into the uncomfort and you know you're moving, at least you're moving in the direction of the fulfillment. And bringing this idea that I've been talking about, the cosmic brain, the sacred heart, and the light body, we will continue to activate and move through these three aspects that I've been talking about. And for this past last month, we've been doing a lot of activations on the light body. So you might have felt a lot of energy in your physical body. I've been talking about the eyes and maybe physical pains and so on. You maybe been feeling sick. But I feel, June, the light body, all the integrations that have been happening in your light body will be an integration where you're actually gonna feel like a boost of light. So there's a process, right? Where it's like, okay, all this breaking down is happening, and then when it's breaking down and is fully integrated, then you access that new light, that new level. And this is a piece what I'm speaking, these new doors, this seeing new potential, accessing this new potential within you, is this new light, this new found energy and vibration that will be expressed as a new light body within you. So you might feel um, different in your being, in your beingness, and that on its own can be a sense of uncomfortness. Trust your body, trust your process, trust your life, trust that life force within you that created you. And bringing back the cosmic brain and the sacred heart, we are gonna move now into this. How do we bring into balance, and what does it mean to have this access to the cosmic brain and all these new neural pathways that are activating, and recognizing and believing in new potential, and how do we align it and ground it into the sacred heart so it comes through as a true expression of who you are. So listening to your inner voice in this month, and listening to your energy levels and that burst of light, and really listening to that cycle and that rhythm is going to be really key. So keep yourself grounded, really grounded on the earth, seeing and noticing what energies of creation. So, what cycle of creation you're in? You're in the birthing or you're in the death? Does something have to come into alignment, or you have to complete it, let it go? Does um sorry, I lost my train of thought. So what was I saying? About the what cycle of creation are you in? Are you in the birth or in your death? In the death cycle. Do you need to bring whatever energy into alignment, or you have to let it go and let it completely die in your life? And so that piece, and then through your focus, what you are amplifying. Are you amplifying the lack, or are you amplifying the love, the abundance, the well being? Are you amplifying the fear, Where is your focus right now? Because in that, you can also begin to ground yourself and align yourself and bring that energy into what really you're redirecting. So, two, this is about the potential, seeing the potential. Are you seeing the potential? Are you already gave up about the potential? Are you seeing the new opportunity and you focusing on the new opportunities, or you're just already just gave up? So noticing, really noticing and becoming aware of where are you at, where are you standing with yourself and your life, and what how you want to be with yourself and in your life. Noticing by this energy of creation and what you're amplifying. So the energy of creation is noticing your own inner cycles, your own inner rhythms, and then the focus, what you're amplifying through your focus. What are you paying attention right now? Are you in the story of lack, or are you in the story of abundance? Are you in the story of potential and what's available to you, or what is not available to you? And so really paying attention to that. And so um, just noticing your growth as well, and being true to your heart and following something that is truly authentic to you. And this is a piece about what I've been kind of this whole life light forecast has been around, focusing on seeing the new potential, because sometimes you stay in unfulfilling situations because the future doesn't look very great, because you're defining the future from your experience and the meaning that you have created from your past. If you're in the story, I am seeing through these eyes of my past and myself. I'm seeing through the story perhaps that people are this way, the world is this way, the world is dying, and I'm looking forward, and I don't feel very good. Like, I don't know. And so when you see through that, you won't see potential. Because you're amplifying everything that is wrong. You're amplifying fear. You're kind of bringing your past forward. And so you won't be able to see new potential, because you're kind of closing your eyes, and all you want to see is that the same repeating patterns, where you're actually in a spiral. So this connection to the trust that what you want is within your reach. If not, that desire wouldn't exist within you. And so the piece is tuning in to what is coming from a sense of ego, that is truly coming from a sense of fear and lack, or what is truly coming from my divine self and from my heart. And just also noticing that too. So I want to leave you to the light language activation for the month of June. And I'm also going to invite you, because there's a few things happening in the month of June. And one is my birthday celebration on June 19th at 2 p.m. Pacific time. And I'll leave all the details for you to sign up. And we'll be talking about the Empower Love process. This is a process that has been, I have been in process for a while in this creation, that it basically is gonna help you to just like to begin to clear your resonance and the information within you. And what you do it is by reconnecting with the power of love within you, and that in truth, your natural state of being is love. And so when you reconnect to your essence, to the love that you are, then in a way you begin to see your reality and awaken to your reality in a new way, instead of seeing through the filters of the past, your fears. When you have those reactions of protection or defensiveness, and you close off, then this process helps you to kind of strip away those belief systems and begin to create the internal changes within yourself and empower you in love and your life in love. So I'll be sharing a lot about where I am and kind of ideas about what we're going through today in the world as well. And so send me an email and I will send you the Zoom link to connect in this way. And on June 7th, I am beginning the Earth Universal Language of Light Frequencies. It's a light language program that, if you feel called, is really, I'm really proud of this program. It's all about, it's been a long time journey of connecting to these frequencies of the earth, and I'll be sharing them with you through this 12-week program where we meet once a week for 12 weeks starting in June. And in order to be part of this program, you have had to do the Awaken to the Language of Light, to awaken to the language of your soul first. And so that's a 9-week light language training that we do via Zoom. And you connect with your ability to connect with light language and your own expression of light language, and you'll have the opportunity to write, to speak, to sing, and to sign light language. And the whole process, the 9 weeks, is a beautiful experience of deepening your connection with yourself, with your intuition, with your own inner guidance, and with your higher self or the divine aspect in you. And that begins in September. And then, as always, I will be continue my Light Up podcast. It happens once a month. And last month, I had a beautiful talk with a dear friend of mine, Sharon, that she spoke about heart coherence, and she has a beautiful meditation as well there. And then what else? And then I have started every Saturday, the third Saturday of the month, the Sacred Journey Conversations, and it's just starting. And so the idea is to grow a community where we can come together and share and grow and feel inspired together in these times where there's so much going on. And so I bring a theme every month, and we talk about it, we hear one another, and we go through processes to move together and grow together in community, in this family of empowered love. And so that's it. I will see you in hopefully on June 19th for sure. And I leave you with a light language meditation, activation, and have a beautiful, beautiful month. Bye-bye. Taking a deep breath in into the heart center. O I kurum dialog yanana. Retuana ya ku dia esia kwa embua ya kwa la kwan. Orianuana unua ya rakwani ani oro adoya la kwa. Oni ani ya kwa hamde ya kwa hare ya doya la kwa neria wama. Omni anana ya kwa ya tia ya la. Eria ya wana ni ya na kum dia ya la. Eya ku uhum daya. Otentia ishia kuala. Eria dunia nua hene hana kuala. Eria sene te ea kwa an. Ehia o homa o kuala kwa. O huam o tuayala dunia nea tuane. Iria tuayala o bidia kuahara. Eria homte ea kuahte. Esinia na yena kuayala. Eria tuayane nia na humna. o tia shua te tu tia yala, o ria ia wamaya kwa ya kohala, eria tun tia ena ya, oni anu aria tua yala, o ria kwa hama te ya tuanei, oni anu nuru apua yala kwa nei, oni anu ahena, o hia kwa hana te ni anu anena, niane onu ane hona yana ne onu nanai. Iniana ne onu yana wayara tiara. Iniana ne umnane onu nane. Uruana ne no ayana. Iniana na niana na nimdrayana. Uruayana wane kuama. Inianum tiayala kwa. Oria kua hapa yataya. Onia nani adoyate. Otia tua yalakuan. Eria yuna ya ko alaya leya tuya wamai. Enia neo paya o amaya wataya. Enia nemo ko alaya paya he. Iria neno wanaya nayane. Omu alaya ne hotaya. No wanane ya paya la ye. Iria bo umnane yakua, amayare umnani, inianeno umnane, inianeno umnayane, iniane umdakuala payakuaya, areyawa. Ari opaya, ne otaya, Ari otaya, ore otaya, nawe yo maya, aneya kaya reo, nane hakeya kaya naya neyo. Oh wow, oh wow, oh ya kayane. Oh wow, oh wow, oh ya kayane. Manane ya tayahu, manane ya tayahu. Uriya ya tene mahiyala. Wapuakumna hanatena tuate. O shumnare, o shumnare, o shumnare yatayahu. Mukumna dayanayahu. Nehu, nehu. Taking a deep breath in into the heart center. Taking a few deep cleansing breaths here. Beautiful. Have a beautiful month. Bye-bye. That's all love.